The newest streaming platform on the block is about to get really exciting this year. Disney Plus, since it launched back in 2019, has continued to grow in popularity, and 2022 is only going to add to its impressive catalog of content. From Star Wars to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, here are some highly anticipated series that should be on your radar. First, we have The Proud Family, Louder and Prouder. Say what you will, but Disney Channel's original shows just hit different. There are more than plenty that the fans loved to watch growing up and still care about to this day. The Proud Family was one of the channel's hidden gems that ended back in 2005, even though many considered it to be one of the most interesting animated series on the network. Well, get ready for some serious nostalgia, as a revival of the series is coming to Disney Plus this year. The Proud Family, Louder and Prouder is set to release by the end of February 2022 and will mark the return of some of the original cast. It'll also introduce some new voice actors to the mix, like Zachary Quinto and Billy Porter. According to reports, the showrunners wanted to go for a modern feel, hence the series will take place in 2020. Next up is Moon Knight. The MCU franchise just keeps on giving, and honestly, we don't mind. It's always interesting to see which new characters are joining Marvel's elaborate universe. 2021 was certainly a big, exciting year for fans, with 4 feature films and 5 TV series coming to the Disney Plus platform. It almost feels unreal. Oh, but it's real all right, and 2022 is going to be just as exciting, if not more. The first character joining the superhero fray this year will be Moon Knight. The globe-trotting action series will introduce us to a complex vigilante with a dissociative identity disorder. With ancient and modern Egypt set as the backdrop, we'll follow Moon Knight as he battles out his multiple identities. The dynamic character will be played by Oscar Isaac, with the talented Ethan Hawke by his side. While he might not be a household name like his counterpart just yet, the newest comic book character will surely be a great addition to the franchise. The MCU series will be arriving on Disney Plus by the end of March 2022. Now we have Andor. For Star Wars fans, nothing beats the sweet, sweet melody of the series' opening score. Disney Plus will be bringing all the feels with one of its most hyped series, Andor. The show will put Cassian Andor at its center, a character who made his debut back in Rogue One, a Star Wars story. You'll be seeing Diego Luna reprise his role with Forrest Whitaker by his side as Saw Gerrera. As for the timeline of the series, it's supposedly set during the early stages of the rebellion. Many fans even expected it after Andor's death at the end of the film. Let's see if the fans will welcome this expansion of the Star Wars universe. Next is Baymax. Big Hero 6 has been considered by many as one of Disney's best films. However, surprisingly enough, it's not as hyped up as the studio's other releases, like Frozen and Moana, for example. But that isn't to say the marshmallow-like robot wasn't famous. In fact, the movie managed to start off several spin-offs, including the upcoming series Bayman. Our favorite healthcare robot is finally coming back. The Disney Plus series will follow Baymax working as a nurse in the town of San Francisco. While it might not be as action-packed as the original movie itself, it is guaranteed to make you laugh. Next up, Miss Marvel. It looks like Christmas is going to come early this year for MCU fans, as Moon Knight isn't the only new character making a debut. Another addition to Marvel's vast franchise in 2022 is going to be Miss Marvel herself. The streaming platform's upcoming series will follow the life and struggles of Kamala Khan, a 16-year-old Pakistani-American from Jersey City and fan fiction scribe. On top of that, she's a huge fan of the Avengers, particularly Captain Marvel. This could be Marvel's most relatable character to date, as it's set to address several issues faced by young immigrants in particular. Iman Vellani will don the role of the titular Miss Marvel. The series will be directed by executive producers Adil El Arbi and Bilal Fallah, Mira Minon, and Charmin Aboid Chinoy. The Disney Plus series is set to release by the middle of this year. Next, we have She-Hulk. It's an MCU series yet again. Another new hero stepping out of the comic books and onto the screen in 2022 is the famous She-Hulk. Marvel's cinematic roster was missing out on one of the most popular characters from the comics, but that is certainly changing this year. Joining Guardian of the Galaxy's Zoe Saldana in all green will be Tatiana Maslany. As for the supporting cast of the She-Hulk series, reports revealed that Jamila Jamil and Renee Elise Goldsberry would be joining Maslany. We all know just how much Marvel loves small crossover moments, and we'll get a few in the upcoming series. Mark Ruffalo will be reprising his role as the Hulk along with Tim Roth, who will return as Abomination. Of course, the show will be introducing some brand new characters as well when it airs on Disney Plus in mid-2022. Up next, Willow. Ever since Disney bought the rights to Lucasfilm back in 2012, people always tend to think of Star Star Wars. What they often forget about is that Lucasfilm was also behind the fantasy adventure series Willow. Though it was released way back in 1988, many feel that it has only gotten better with time and more popular too. While the announcement of the sequel of the series came as a surprise to many, it may be a pleasant one. Warwick Davis will reprise his original role as the Sorcerer, whereas the rest of the cast will comprise new faces. We're not sure exactly when the series will launch on the Disney Plus platform, but it'll certainly be a delight to watch, especially for the fans of the original movie. Next on the list, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Disney's streaming platform is not leaving any Star Wars fans out of all the excitement of 2022. One of the most anticipated shows of the franchise, Obi-Wan Kenobi, is slated to release sometime this year. You probably remember that the prequel films of the Star Wars saga garnered mixed reviews at best, letting down a huge fan base around the world. The only redeeming aspect was Ewan McGregor's performance as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he's all set to return to his role as Kenobi in the upcoming series. The series will follow McGregor's character as he watches over a young Luke Skywalker and Tatooine. According to reports, the show will be set a decade after the incidents of Revenge of the Sith. While it will certainly be interesting to see this rather touching phase of Obi's life, we're really looking forward to seeing Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader. Now we have Zootopia Plus. The gritty bunny cop and Sly Fox duo are returning for more adventures in the upcoming TV series show Zootopia Plus. The animated series will be different from everything that's coming to the streaming platform because it'll be released as a series of shorts. It looks like the show will finally be taking full advantage of the vibrant and interesting world that was set up back in the 2016 movie. To say Zootopia was well received would be an understatement. The plot of anthropomorphic animals living human lives and coexisting was genius with all its nuances. Zootopia Plus will follow shrews, tigers, and the ever-popular Flash the Sloth and his friends. Next, Secret Invasion. If you thought Marvel was leaving behind the Nick Fury in the expansion of the cinematic universe, boy, were you wrong. Samuel L. Jackson's Fury is one of the most liked characters in the franchise, and he'll be returning in the upcoming TV series Secret Invasion. The comic book followed the story of Skrulls when they came to Earth and took over the roles of humans. Some of them even turned into heroes that we all unsuspectingly grew to love. However, it's not certain whether the series will take the same route as the comics, since the Skrulls weren't really depicted as evil in Captain Marvel. But what we do know is that the show will star Samuel L. Jackson along with Ben Mendelsohn as Talos. Secret Invasion will also mark the debut of Kingsley Ben-Adir, Emilia Clarke, and Oscar winner Olivia Colman. With a star-studded cast, it has the potential to become one of Marvel Studios' biggest shows. Disney Plus sure looks packed with exciting series for 2022, but there are plenty of movies coming to the streaming platform as well. As a bonus, we've added a few films you might want to put down on your watch list. Next up is Disenchanted. You probably remember Amy Adams' role as the naive princess in search of her one true love, only to be swept off her feet by the charming but realistic Patrick Dempsey. The fairy tale is set to continue 10 years later, following the couple's happily ever after. You can watch the live-action fairy tale on Disney Plus in the fall of 2020. Lastly, The Beatles Get Back. If you're a fan of the band, then mark your calendars for November 25th. The Beatles Get Back will follow and celebrate the lives, achievements, and struggles of the iconic rock band in this three-part series. The show will be available for streaming on Thanksgiving this year and will take the viewers back in time to the band's January 1969 recording sessions, which was a key moment in the history of music. And that wraps up our video for today. Thanks for watching.